An airship pass to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Baelsaar for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. Back from your meeting with the admiral, are ya? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the admiral herself to the leaders of the alliance? Bugger me, I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you'd get that bloody eye. I'm proud of you, lass. Thinking of how far you've come, why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the whole of Eorzea's laid out before you, like a fair maid on a featherbed. And she's a big girl, too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Lamentsons are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the crafty merchants of ul'dah. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule. No bugger with an onzo sense sets foot. But you're a venturer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles what plagues every nation, see? Tain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their goddamn primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there as you can't handle. Summit tells me you're gonna be just fine. Realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt 'em. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things round. 'Tis the perfect time for a venturer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's Rael Risto, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You are an inspiration to us all, madam. Highwind Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Even the admiral came out to bid me farewell, sort of. Good fortune to you, Rael. The day'll come when your name means the same as Ero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Like the Miss America wave or something, I don't know. Why does my hand look like broken? Pastromoxidins. We need an airship like that. That's way better. I see.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great meat guard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
It's interesting that they're showing me this now, because I won't be in Mordona for like a while.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Baelsar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
It's pretty dark to be wearing sunglasses. Sunglass goggles.
Is the legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign. And a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
A spy?
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
What's a Frumentarium?
Clean up this mess. And do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
And then we're just floating peacefully into Gridania. Remember to actually get the 8th rate. Because I have definitely fucked that up in the past and had to like take the airship back again. Greetings, good madam. You are the Lament's envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the lotus stand where the elder seed seer awaits. Okay, I'm back. I also changed my shirt because that hoodie has like lace in the back and it was making me very itchy, and I'm feeling very much sensory sensitivity today, this week. Just like overwhelmed by stuff, and that makes me more overwhelmed by stuff. So, and plus, this one, it doesn't have thumb holes, but the hands are not so loose. Anyway, you're the Lament's envoy? Begging your pardons, madame, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the admiral of Limsa Lamensa. Please, come with me.
So you are the Lament's envoy.
Mm-hmm.
And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am carteneau, elder seed seer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Carteneau. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknownst to us, the Garleans sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot. The Meteor Project. Meteor? Meteor?
Hey God, what's up? Hey Angel, did you give the dinosaurs more muscle like I asked? What? I told you to make them meteor. Make them a meteor. 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 Meteor.
Sorry. Rent-free. By which the lesser moon, Dalamud, would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Carteneau Flats, and there met the 7th, I don't have my glasses on, I think that's only 2 eyes, Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again. Yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamut continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land, which had but moments before been aflame, now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louisoix may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Carteneau. And so we were left with countless questions, and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for ul'dah, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards. And if you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to ul'dah and beyond. Your wolf, you say? Should it be, a little pal called Fenrir, by chance? I don't remember if that's her wolf. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to ul'dah. Oh, are you not Rael Risto, the lament's envoy? On behalf of all at High Wind Skyways, may I say what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa. Welcome to ul'dah, madam. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Welcome to ul'dah, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Robin, I don't know if it's Robin or Ruban, whatever, will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustings strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. The Lamenton envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. Ah, yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Mervyn says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Welcome to the Sultanate of ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Carteneau. I remember bloody Carteneau. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Connie's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on the subject. Wolves are beyond taming. 'Tis but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then legatus Solus Zos Galvis, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsebar to heel, and so the legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius van Baelsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only ul'dah, but gridania and Limsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they meant to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the elder Seedseer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Merlwib will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with Her Grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Ah, my lady envoy. I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been... has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Baelsar, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Baelsar would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Alright, back home we go. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in a... Well, if it ain't the one and only Rael Risto. I was told a distinguished venturer might be reporting for duty. Fancy that venturer being you, eh? Just so you're fairly warned, though. This ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleedin' airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know, and I'll fill you in on the details. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sastasha Sea Grot. And I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Doesn't sound like much, I know. But since that nasty business over in Swiftperch, folks have been a bit uneasy. I say a bit, 'tis all they can do not to soil themselves every time the bloody floorboards creak. If you would permit me, Master Baelsar, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? I'm to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither. In fact, I came to welcome Rael back to Limsa Laminsa. It is well you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sastasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sastasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sastasha is located in western Lenosha. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lass. You're here about Commodore Raynor's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in western Lenosha, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. I already did that, though. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Yeah, like, what are the people at the Hall of the Novice gonna tell me, since I already finished their training? You must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sastasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions, even at level 26, though? Maybe. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sastasha Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. I love this music. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship scene slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have it dead nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fish-back-fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-face tattoos. I can't change anything? Okay. One or more people are new to this duty. Yeah, it's me. I don't think I can trust... I don't think I can do the large pulls I would normally do. Green. Right, just like in training. Your training won't save you, pal. This whole time I thought it said swallowtail, not shallowtail. I don't know if they've all said that. Okay. Now that's cheating. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? That's me. Humph. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my milady. Back then, are ye? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 L's. You turned your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still sounds like you left 'em in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done, lass. You always do. Now, I'd bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. Just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer what can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you.